you guys are interested in the thing I've created, you guys can head
Hello?
over to the Twitch stream.
The Twitch stream.
Yeah,
You know.
on LOLA.
Let's go see it.
Bruh, I can't look at it yet. I have an ad.
Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh my god, Tycho.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That's
I
actually
am
good.
adorable. That is incredible.
There's like the pictures were bigger. It's just the software doesn't let me like put it into how I wanted to put it in.
Okay.
I'll start a group with you guys and I'll post what the original 3 pictures were.
Should we do a call?
We can if you want. I have you two added already.
Okay, cool. Just post it in this call.
Oh, the Zero looks
That
so
is
cute.
so cute.
Oh,
I
fuck.
fucking love that meme. My favorite fucking meme. Holy shit.
Squiggles. Okay, we're good.
You both have warnings. Let's see.
It's the same warning. It's like recommended local storage shit, but it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yes, man. Yes.
Are we live on the stream yet?
We
We've
are.
been live.
Sweet.
Do you want to go to the group chat?
Yeah, that'd
Cool.
be great. There we are.
Yeah, I really hope
Well.
this didn't mess with audio levels. Alright, are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'll count us down from 5.
Good, because I don't know how to count.
Okay. 5, 4, 3,
Three,
2,
two.
1. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the League of Legends Anonymous podcast. I'm your host, Killzil. This is episode 222. I'm here today with Astros and with Tycho.
Oh, what up, guys?
Hola.
We're here to talk about some League of Legends, some ranked.
Oh boy, I love solo queue. I love solo queue so much. Positional matchmaking was the best decision Riot ever made.
Wow.
God,
It's a yikes for me, dog.
Astro, I know you hate it. You just don't seem to have the energy to talk about it.
I don't
I'll
have the
voice
energy to
your
talk about
emotions
it.
through me.
I don't know if that's true. Considering
Passionate opinions this evening. Jesus.
I've played how many games this season? I've been off-rolled how many times already? It feels real
Oh
good.
yeah, tell us about how many your placements? How many times you get off rolled?
5?
Oh boy, that sucks, dude.
Dude,
So you guys both did placements then?
yeah.
Yep, I
Okay.
finished. I went 6-2. Yeah, 6-2.
That's good.
And I
Good for
finished.
you.
I finished gold 3, but then I was getting like 60 LP per game, and now I'm like stuck at like gold 1, like 50 LP because it's always my team's fault. It's never my fault, you know.
Sure. Of course.
But
So 6-2, and like, did you get off rolled at all, or?
no, I got top all 8 games. I didn't get
Nice.
any other. Like there was so I understand how it works. So I got gold 1 for top or gold 3 for top, and then a couple days ago I was playing with my buddy, and then he queued up mid, and I queued up top, and we switched lanes because he didn't want to face the enemies. I was like, I can face. I was playing Camille. It's not that bad.
Okay.
We lost the game, and then post game lobby, it shows me that I lost no LP that game, but I finished gold 3 in mid. So I'm like, okay, well, there's
You
that.
swap mid, right?
Yeah, because I swapped mid. I didn't queue
like,
up for mid. It
it
just
like knows when you swap roles. That's
yeah,
cool.
I think the way it works, as far as I saw like a Reddit comment, it said that the game tries to guess what lane you're in within the first 10 minutes, like what lane you're in the most.
Yeah, which is pretty easy to do.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know.
So,
I
go ahead.
what? No, no, no. Continue, continue.
Oh yeah, so you're playing Camille mostly, or
No, I'm playing Fiora. I'm
okay?
playing more Fiora now because I'm seeing a lot of Yoriks, a lot of
Mm,
just a lot of small tanks. I haven't seen like any like I've seen one Jace. I don't know how he's tier one, but I've seen one Jace and I didn't even lose to him. So I
nice,
guess I'm
good for
good.
you.
How about you, Astro? How are you, buddy?
How am I? Well, Tycho's higher ranked than me, so it's not going well.
How'd you do in placements?
I went 6-2 as well.
That's good. That's better than I did.
I plays Gold 2, 84 LP, got into placements, insta lost them both. Played another game, got put at 99 LP, and I decided I was done with League for the night. Uh, I
Wait, how much
eventually,
LP are you getting per win right now?
my first win in G1, I got 30,
Yeah. Okay.
That's,
and then I
yeah.
lost 16.
Yeah.
So guys, I just want to point out that we are the highest ranked members in out of all the podcasters.
What?
Uh,
Please explain.
well, Blake is currently unplaced. He's scared that Ponderous isn't going to carry him to Diamond this season, and
that makes sense.
Ponderous is afraid he's not going to make Diamond this season, so he's like playing on silver accounts.
Oh, so he actually didn't do placements for his main.
I don't think he did.
Okay, so he's silver and we're gold. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why. That's why if you look at the audio listeners in the stream, there's a bunch of like gold icons. It's because we're the best.
That's right.
So we own the podcast now, right? Like we own everything. So we just took over.
Pretty much, pretty much.
Sorry, pop up. You're out.
Yeah, it's
Tycho's number one. Gold.
Tycho is number one.
well, no, I'm gold one too. So
Oh,
chill,
okay,
dude.
okay. All right, fair enough. No, so my placements were quite the rags to riches sort of story. This time around, I ended up losing the first three games like outright, like going like 2-10 and like 1-8, like just absolutely bombing. And then I don't know, I pulled up at the end somehow. I was able to get 5 wins in a row towards the end of placements.
That's my boy.
Yeah, so not 6-2 like you gold digger folks, but yeah,
Gold digger.
I don't know. I got 5-3, so I'm happy with that.
You
No,
boys
it-
played every game solo except for one. I don't know how I'm gold digging. It's a
Don't
bit
know.
rude, to be honest.
Just felt like I
Aw.
went with the elo.
Is it because I play Yas?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bitter. Although actually, we did duo a game or two, didn't we? With you
Yeah,
being us.
Yeah, we played one game. I played Yas. We won. So we're undefeated in the bot lane duo, and
Wait, you played bot lane Yasuo?
no, me and Zil.
No, but we should. I think we should.
Oh,
No, we're 3-0 in our bot lane duoing together, and our strategy is to lose lane, win game. Just been working out so
classic.
far.
I got some bad news, guys. I don't know if that strategy works anymore because I went like 0-8 on Yasuo mid today. I got hard camped. We didn't win the game. We FF'd to 20.
Oh well, that sucks.
I don't know what happened.
the strat doesn't work anymore.
No, dude. League is broken. I switched to cleanse, but it's like weird. The client didn't work. It's insane. You know how good the League client is, right?
Mm-hmm. So,
I
first
hate.
topic of the day. What do you guys think about positional matchmaking?
I
Let's
think.
hear it, Astro.
All right. Here's the positive thing, right? It's only in NA and Korea, and they can pull it out at any time and put back the old system. So I'm really hoping like next week when I get on, it's not there anymore.
It's just gonna be retconned entirely.
I want my old rank back.
Did
And
they
then-
say what they're gonna do if they were like how they're gonna like balance it if they remove it? I mean, like let's say you have 2 ranks. So are they gonna like kind of share the LP and give
I'd
you a new
imagine
rank?
they give you the highest LP.
That's what I'm thinking. I figured that'd be the easiest. It's just
I think I don't care if it's the easiest. I think that's the only right way to do it. If you don't put them at your highest, then you're pretty much just taking LP away from NA and Korea for no reason.
I wish there'd been a way for them to do this in preseason. I
It's
can't.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
I
like
mean,
can't think of a good
they could
way.
have tried it in 3 months.
all they had to
Yeah,
do was listen to the episode, and I was like, they're gonna duo abuse it. You're just gonna switch roles, and that's gonna be it. And I mean, that's what's taken over higher elo. I mean, it doesn't really matter at low elo because, especially at the start of the season, until you start putting the games in, because you're like secondary. Like, I've been placed jungle and mid, and I placed gold 3 in jungle and gold 2 in mid, so they're pretty close.
right.
So I mean, it's not crazy right now until you put the games in is when it becomes actually abusable.
Okay, but isn't it supposed to autocorrect itself over time if it's being abused? Like since
Yeah,
they can see where what lane you're going to be in and that kind of stuff.
that's I got the notification today after trying that trick. It said that we saw that you were like in a different role. Continuously like swapping lanes could disable positional matchmaking, which I'm not sure what that means. It doesn't mean like I'm not gonna get higher LP games or
Wait,
I'm
so
not,
if you like try to cheat the system, it'll turn it off?
that's what it says, but I don't know if it actually means it'll turn off completely or if it means that I won't get like the LP gains. You know how like you'll get like
Okay.
more LP if you play this role, or if you'll lose less, but maybe it'll just turn that off and you'll be like punished like accordingly. Like you'll lose the same amount of LP or gain the same amount of LP in all roles. I'm like, okay, I'd rather have that than the fucking positional matchmaking.
Yeah.
I don't think
So,
it, I don't. I'd assume it's a warning that if you keep abusing it, that they're just gonna disable it. But I don't think anyone really likes it, so I don't really care.
I don't know. Like for me, if the system has a way built in to kind of like correct LP gains you can get from doing that trick, then that trick is not going to work for very long, and you're probably going to handicap yourself from the splashing that they say will happen.
Yeah, but,
Um,
I mean, if you're not planning on playing anything but your main, your splash really has no impact. Because the splash only comes into effect once you've placed on all your rolls.
right.
So if you just
Really?
never place on your rolls, it just doesn't matter.
Okay.
Wait,
So
all the roles or your roles? What did you repeat that? Did you say all the roles? You have to play every role to get the splash effect?
Every roll that you place in adds the splash effect,
Mm.
from what I
right. So if
understand.
you don't place in, you don't get
Like if
splash
you have
LP in
played
that
0
role.
games in AD carry and you win a game in top, you don't get any rank increase on your AD carry roll.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
If you play a game in AD carry and then you play a mid game, um, and you win, you'll get like 2 increase on your gold AD carry, like whatever you are.
Sure.
It's
But until you play in that role, the splash doesn't occur.
yeah.
Someone in Twitch chat is asking why switching roles would matter at higher elos. So pretty much there's an abuse strategy going on right now to where if you duo queue with your friend, you set your primary role to whatever their primary role is, and they set their primary role for what your primary role is. And the way positional rankings work is whatever your rank in that position is, it'll match you with someone with the same average LP. So say I'm like a D3 mid laner and I'm like a D5 P1 top laner and my friend's a D3 top laner and a P1 mid laner. He queues for mid, I queue for top. If we get our roles, we swap, and then you're matching a D3 mid laner versus a P1 D5 top laner or a mid laner, and then same for top. And
Sure.
I mean, it's plagued the top of the leaderboard. Seen a bunch of pros tweeting about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you're basically Riot's incorporated a way for you to like low level boost yourself early on.
Boost yourself without paying for it necessarily. I mean, I don't think it matters because there's always been like things where like average level diamond players get into like masters like really early or even challenger early, and then
Sorry, you
like
don't think that's happening, or
no, it used to happen.
okay,
Well, they disabled challenger. You can't get challenger right away.
yeah.
When's that coming back on?
I don't know the date because I don't have any plans on hitting challenger soon, but
You gotta strive for excellence, bro.
For the
You
rest of
gotta
the
reach for the
listeners out
top, man.
there, we should probably know.
Yeah, we know the LOLA community is full of high level players because they take our
Mhm.
advice and not playing like me.
Mhm. No, yeah, you're right. Because on that, I don't know if you saw it today on Reddit. The current rank one guy, I think his name's like Binary or something. I'm not sure, but he was talking about his thoughts on solo queue, and he said he was playing. He was off role in jungle, where he was like D4, no, like D3, D2 last year, and he's placed against like mid high plat players, and it's like a severe disadvantage for them. He just thinks he agrees that he doesn't like the positional matchmaking system right now.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. Like I see what Riot wants to do. I get their argument because for me, I'm never gonna play jungle, right? But I'm gonna get queued. I'm gonna get autofilled sometimes, probably mid and support, which I'm gonna have to just grind it out and figure out what to do. I'll just pick a champion and do whatever I can, right?
Yeah.
But let's say I want to learn jungle, and I don't want. I only play ranked exclusively, so why do I want to waste my time playing normals for maybe like a couple weeks? I'm like losing the chance to maybe gain LP. So I can see why they want to bring positional matchmaking. So like, oh, you don't waste your time in normals. You can go in ranked, but it's not, the system doesn't work right now.
Right. There's a
I
certain
don't like
ideal.
it.
Yeah. There's a certain idealism to it, and like I think Riot is underestimating the conniving ability of their player base to like work around whatever system they set in place and whatever safeguards they set in place. That being said, I feel like ultimately what people are able to cheat the system now. That's plain to see. But I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be that bad overall. And yeah, you get a couple little some free LP out of it or whatever, and like people who really work the system can get more. I think when it comes to people actually making their end goals and making their climb, that's not going to affect their end of season rank that much. It's just going to give them a little boost to start out with, but that the system will auto correct itself. Personally, I'm really happy to have this option because I am such a one trick. I'm so specialized in what I do. I am actually like abysmally bad at other roles, especially ADC and especially jungle. To the point that I actually hope that I can play this and see if I can place. Maybe I'll play Silver 4 and like I'll be able to like then work on my ability as an ADC in a competitive environment and like not actually ruin people's games because I'll be placed at the elo that I actually belong at in that particular role. I really hope that's the case. If that isn't the case, and I think we'll find out very soon whether it is or not, then fuck this whole thing. But as for right now, I'm keeping an open mind. I feel like ideally it will be very good for people like myself who are not good at those other roles. But we'll see.
I I just think like, you know what, if you want to learn a different role, learn it the hard way. I don't think there should be a system that kind of like helps you in ranked. I like I used to play top exclusively, and like top to ADC at first I thought was like that's a big difference. You know, there's more right clicking, it's more uh uh more kiting, right? And you have to position
Top
differently
what now?
because like when I started playing top, right? When I
Yeah.
first started playing League, and then when I wanted to like change over to ADC as like a secondary,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I was thinking, you know, ADC from top to ADC is completely different because I'm a weaker champion. I have to learn how to position better, okay? And it's a whole different experience than playing top lane where I can just get in people's faces. So I learned the hard way through normals, right? And I would see people how they play, and I don't think that there should have been a system where like how the system is now. I don't think that is. I think people just need to learn the hard way. It's just
I
it's
have a
not.
hard time learning in normals, to be fair. I feel
It,
like what actually happens in normals is not at all like the ranked environment. And I basically have to like ruin my LP and ruin other people's games to practice a role at the level that I need to practice at in order to get better. And that to me is frustrating. And it's frustrating when it happens to me and like people are like, I'm trying out ADC now. And it's like, well, okay, cool. Thanks a lot. This is one of the games I cannot win because you are literally the win condition. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
especially because I'm more of a support type character. It's like I'm speeding up an ADC who like runs around in circles and doesn't actually use it to hit things. It's just I don't know. It's such a time waster. Like I'd rather have things like this help that out so that my time is not completely squandered when I play this game.
See, I think like when you get towards closer to the higher elos, I would say maybe past gold 2, that players are they're skilled enough and they've probably been playing the game for a long time, so they know how every role kind of works. So
Mm-hmm.
that if they're like autofill, like if I'm autofilled support, I'm not going to be like the craziest support in the world, but I'll be playing well enough that I could win us a game,
Support
right?
is a relatively easy role, I think, in comparison. It has a huge skill ceiling, I think, but you can play Sona and Janna and like and Lulu and not think a lot and just kind of do whatever. You don't have to CS. Like you can autofill into that role fairly easily. Whereas jungle, like keeping up with the pathing and what's meta with that and like tracking the enemy jungler and all those things, I feel like is way harder. Also ADC, I feel like is way harder. Like the minutia involved in positioning with ADC is so much different than with support.
Yeah, but the advice like play safe, it's almost never fails. I think it's an easy play safe. You'll be fine. I mean, because you're waiting for the
Play
mid to late
safe in the
game
most
to come
highly
back.
trafficked lane with a fairly unmaneuverable character that's fairly weak early. That is the most of the game is riding on to like take objectives. I don't know. Like I've seen way too much shit with 80 carries and this is from a mid laner. I don't play 80 carry, but like 80 carries have gone through so much shit the past few seasons, and like where the bottom just drops out of their meta. And yeah, I would really like to be able to deal with that at an elo that makes sense rather than I don't know, playing it like a fish out of water. But yeah, I don't know. I think we can see both sides of it to a certain degree.
Well, shit. Zill wants the system, and me and Astros don't want the system.
I guess I'm off the podcast since I'm the lowest ranked. Oh man. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's still early on. We'll see how long.
Yeah, I want to give it. I'll give it to like mid-season patch. Maybe things will balance out.
No,
I try not to
mid-season
complain
is way
early.
too late. One,
One,
there's
one split
hold
one,
on.
one split one.
That's
Is
not
it like March?
mid-season. That's not mid-season. That's split
Wait,
one.
one split one though.
No, but
And then
you said mid-season.
I'm
He's
gonna.
changing it now.
I'm
He's
changing.
saying
I'm changing my mind now.
Well, here's the
split
thing.
one.
Here's the thing. If it doesn't work, they're pulling it by the end
They said
of split one.
by the
And
end of
here's
split
or yeah, at the end of split one. I mean, here's the thing. Here's why I think it's so hard to make it work is because not only do you have your primary and secondary role selected, you also have autofill. I've been in promos. I was in promos and I got autofilled, and
one.
now
That should not happen.
I win that game and it doesn't count towards my promos.
Wait, hold on. How does that? You should not. Wait, how did you get autofill? That shouldn't
I got
happen.
autofilled support in my promos.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it's now keeping track of each role's rank individually. So if you get autofilled, it's now calculating that.
But you shouldn't be autofilled in promos.
That's what I'm saying. I'm aware.
To get you into a game, it decides, hey, you're going to take a break from promos now and play this other role.
Okay,
I'm
then
glad
one of
that
them.
I'm glad that if I lose it, it doesn't count, but I'm mad that if I win it, it doesn't count at the same time, which is like
You just
hypothetical
waste
and
your
weird
time.
I just
because you
think
waste
it's
your time in a
different. It's
game.
a little jarring to like queue up for what you think is a promo and then it not be a promo. But like at the end of the day, you just didn't play your promo. Like that's all that happened.
Yeah, but I wasted a
Wait,
game
I
not
think
getting.
I see what you're saying. I understand how that happened now. I think I do. That kind of makes
Do
sense
you?
now.
Did it make sense in your brain, Checo?
It makes sense now why he got autofilled. It makes sense. It's weird, but okay, yeah, that is stupid.
Here's the
What?
thing, though. Here's the thing.
It's odd. I don't think it's stupid. I think it's just different from what y'all are used
He's
to.
Hold on,
okay,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
okay,
on.
okay, okay.
Let me
Go,
put
go,
it.
go, go.
Let me put it this way. So, are you, as in terms of like your skill as a player, do
Yeah.
you only conclude like how good you are as a player based off of one role?
No,
Exactly. So why should each role have its own rank? Like your skill as a player should be
I think
depict.
some of the skills that I have mid are transferable to other roles, yes, because I understand the game of League of Legends. However, I don't think that everything transfers equally. So though I am gold 2 currently as a mid laner, I am definitely not a gold 2 ADC. I am probably silver 2.
but your teammates are around your level, and I think your teammates could be able to help you out if you're at the disadvantage because you're off rolled,
Yeah, I'll just rely
right?
on my teammates. No, no
I
problem.
know, so I've seen everyone
Here,
here, but I think like in that situation, like yeah, your skills can be transferable in some roles, right? You won't have all the skills, but you have like a foundation to go off of, right? So that's it's just a matter you got to learn.
Right, right.
How,
And I'm not starting like it's a brand new game and I don't know how to like, left click place things and stuff. Like, obviously some skills are transferable, yes, but not everything is. And you guys, like, okay, what is your weakest role?
jungle.
I don't have
Do
a
you think
weakest
you've
role. I'm the best
okay?
at everything.
Sure. So like MMR and all things equal, if you were to like, do you think you'd get 6 and 2 in your placements if you just jungle without?
100% no. But
Okay, yeah,
I've been autofill jungle honestly last season maybe 10 times, and every single time I got autofilled, someone else would take it because jungle is one of the most popular roles. At least last season that I
yeah. It
felt.
was really easy
Jungle
for me to get
season's
rid of.
horrible.
This
Yes.
is
Um,
yeah.
Here's like my biggest issue with the thing. I don't like going into a ranked game that is supposed to depict my rank and not see my peak number increase by like an actual margin. Like, sure, it makes wins feel like I feel like wins don't feel as rewarding, especially when you're not off roll, especially when you are not on like your primary, because your primary LP only goes up like 3. And
Let
sure,
me yeah.
losses don't feel as bad, I guess, when you get off rolled, because you only lose 3 on your main, but it's like I'd rather like part of this probably stems from me just not liking the autofill system. I'd rather wait 5 minutes for a
Too
game
bad.
to get
Too
my
bad.
What do
main
you queue up as?
mid
What usually
jungle.
mid jungle? Okay, those are pretty popular roles. I don't know. I felt like even the last like 2 3 months of the season last year was like I didn't get autofill a lot.
Jungle
I
is
mean,
not a popular role right now. That's why I'm getting it so much.
Hmm.
yeah, that's fair. No, I think what you're feeling, Astros, is that your solo queue has been split into 5 different queues, and you actually don't even know when you hit the button what queue you're going to be in because of the autofill system and because the rank is separate for each single role. So like I get that, like it's like I don't know, you're driving to work and you find yourself in a different car, like than the one you jumped in and started right away. Like it's like being swapped like that by a system is very jarring and strange. But like I feel like that is just the nature of it, and we're just not used to it. Is
I,
why it's so jarring.
I mean, I like the idea of it in the sense of like if you get off-rolled, you're not expected to play at the highest level, but when you add like all the variables that League has as like duo queue, which is like now the abuse and swapping in game and just like all like the stuff that I don't think should be like possible in the game that are, it just makes the experience more bitter.
Yeah, I don't think it makes it bitter for me. Um, it's just weird. Yeah, but
Like
that's my take.
I'm annoyed that I've played almost 20 games this season and I haven't even had my main like 70% of those games. It's just frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. Do we know what the most popular role is? Like, I would probably say it's mid. To
It's
be
mid.
fair. Okay, yeah. I mean, I play only mid. I've played 13 games. I got autofilled 3. Um, but I don't know. To me, it was just like that's been fairly normal. Um, Granted, I haven't had it happen in promos. Um, but yeah, I'm used to it being a popular role. I'm used to being queued up for mid, getting mid, and then going into it and people being like, "Give me mid or feed, or I'll feed." Like, I mean, that's just it's been like that for a long time. People just want to play mid and they don't trust other people to do it. Um, I don't know. It's early in the season too. I think things will get sorted out.
I mean, I feel like it's something that I think it would make more sense to implement after the first split, to be honest. I think it'd be something better to add after you've let everyone get placed.
I don't think you'd be happy either way. To be
Yeah,
fair.
but I feel like I
we'll
think it'd
never
be
be
more.
happy with League.
I think that's exactly the way it is. I think
Well,
you
I
guys
mean,
need to come to that
you aren't wrong.
conclusion.
But like I think
Yeah.
like in total, I think it's smarter to let everything actually balance out to where people like have actually gotten the time to put enough games like under their like whatever role like and letting the elo balance based on like your win percentage on your main and then
We
can you win the
yeah.
games on autofill and then it allows you to like oh if you want to go off roll now you can and if you're losing on your off roll, you're losing more LP on your off roll until you balance out, because that actually allows you to figure out where you are, and instead of going from the bottom up, you're going from the top down.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more efficient.
So when are you gonna join the Riot Live design team, dude? Like,
I've put in my application. I've tweeted at them. They said something about me playing Yasuo too many times, and my brain's rotted out, and I can't join.
I don't know. But predictions, you think it'll be gone by the end of the first split?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't
I
be
thought,
surprised if they took it out and then they put it back in at the end of the second split, to be honest.
yeah, I don't think it'll be out, but we'll see. I thought that Flex Q was going to be a complete flop when they switched to that.
I mean, I
Um,
think it is a flop.
Well,
I don't
they
see.
didn't see it that way. They haven't changed it. So
Well, I don't think they're gonna change it just because it's not a flop. I mean, they left Dominion in the game for how long?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's gonna be there for a while. They're just they don't wanna like back down on their mistake yet. They wanna like let people just be forced to use it.
Which is
Hopefully
fine. I
forget
mean,
about it.
that's the only way you're gonna pull like actual results and actual statistics. That's why like I'm playing through it. I just like right now I just not a fan.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I'm not
fair.
a fan, but I don't like absolutely hate it. Like this is still better than back before you could even select a role and you had to call it in champ select. Or it was based off of who has like pick order.
Pick order. Oh my god! I remember when you had to copy and paste. You type in top, you have to copy and paste just to
Yeah.
prove that it was you, but people would just change the message regardless.
Yeah, and yeah, that fun time
That was
because
the beginning of fake news.
it was everyone
Crazy.
connecting. So usually if you connected, when you connected, whatever you copy pasted instantly showed up first on your screen because there's nothing to load.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's better than that. I think it's abusable, and I think that's why like I'm really hesitant on it. Like a little
Mhm.
too abusable.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we've beaten that to death. So,
Yeah, we have.
I mean,
We hate it except Zill. Zill loves it.
I mean,
You're right.
we can beat it some more if you want.
No, that's fine. I think
fine.
What else?
we've got a little more to talk about ranked. I think.
Mhm.
So I don't know, you guys. We've been kind of playing a little bit all over the map. What are y'all's impressions so far of what's going on as meta wise? Like, is there anything that's like particularly strong? What are your all's bans these days? What anything change from preseason?
I am hard banning Nasus because I'm not dealing with the 12 stacks. Okay, he will legitimately fuck me in the ass come mid game, so I'm not even gonna even try to play with that shit. I'm still seeing a lot of Karthus
Okay.
and Xin Zhao just because of Halo Blades. So, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem. I haven't felt like really screwed over by Halo Blades. I like
I
the
think
change
it's
they made.
interesting. Yeah,
I
like
think it was a good change. I tried it. I tried just to fuck around with Vayne and with Camille. It sucks mid game with Camille, but the early game level 2, level 3 is absurd. It's actually absurd, especially when you run Ignite. Um, but yeah, no. So far, it's just the only problem I see is Karthus. He's just
Yeah.
in almost every other game. Um, it's just I don't know. They need to look at that guy.
because of Karthus taking Halo Blades. Is that right?
No, Karthus taking he's still taking Comet or he's still taking Dark Harvest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. I'm thinking right now, like, is Halo Blades Tom Kench any good?
It was good, especially when the first iteration came around. Because you just proc 3 stacks, and then you just eat them.
I said we don't bring that up because I'm really tired of seeing Tom Kench in my games.
Oh man, he's one
Really?
of my.
I don't see any of Tom Kench.
I
never
It's
see
not that
him.
I see him a lot, but when I see him, it makes me real sad.
Like top lane.
Anywhere, I
I
don't
love playing him top lane.
I
It's
don't
so
enjoy.
fun.
I guess I don't have any room to talk because I play off so well. I imagine it's fun to play, but it's really no fun to play against.
Mhm.
I enjoy my opponents not having any fun. It makes me happy.
You enjoy not seeing your opponents, is what you meant to say.
That's not entirely true. I like it if they don't see me too. So
You see how Wright's trying to bring back volley? I
mean,
really do like that. I like it. I think volley is a cool champion. I don't know, like I don't think he's busted unless you just don't know how to play against him.
hey, I want you to play him top.
I want to try him top.
I've
I
played him
do.
top. He's pretty broken.
Yeah.
I don't
what
think
is-
there's any place for an armored bear in the League of Legends.
Oh, here's the thing. Now that I think about it, so I
Little
used to
Zillion
run.
War reference for you.
I got it. I passed over it because you're on your Zill high horse and I'm not having any of it. So I used to run Aftershock on him because it procs off his E now.
Yeah.
But I think you could build him with like Hail of Blades, Taste of Blood, and you just like heal so much because you auto and then you like insta get enough autos to proc your W chomp, so you don't have to prime it on minions.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that sounds so busted.
Yeah, no, the volleys I've seen top. Well, actually, I've only seen like 2 of them. The rest were in the jungles. It's either Hail of Blades, Press the Attack, which I don't think is that great, and Aftershock. But in the jungle, they always run Predator, which is pretty damn good.
I like Predator.
Mhm.
I like Predator on a lot of champions.
Yeah, no,
What
I kind of like that they're trying to bring him back into meta. I think he's been like in the gutter for like a whole season.
I mean,
More than that.
I don't think it's the champion. I think it's just the way the champion like its kit. Its kit is to run at you
Mm-hmm.
and flip you and then hopefully you die. And I mean, he's really viable in low elo, but I think it's just the dynamic of his kit and his numbers not being high.
Well, they changed his E now. It's 8% max health at all ranks.
I mean, that's fine, but I still don't think I don't think you'll ever see him like demolishing high elo, which is
Yeah.
fine. It's not a champion made for it.
Yeah.
It's a champion that doesn't have a lot of high mobility in terms of dashes. He just
Mhm.
kind of runs at you, drools on himself a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good.
Then takes a
I
little
think-
bite.
I think he's fun. I just don't think.
Right. I'm just saying we're talking about things that are strong right
Yeah.
now, and Volibear is not one of them.
He's strong in my heart. All right, Zill. I hate Cassidon. I got to play against one of those. So yeah, that's one of my bans. Cassidon and
I've-
Silas.
Silas.
Ooh, Silas
Oof.
is actually pretty good. I think better than people thought he was at first.
I
You
mean,
just
I
played
thought
him?
he would. No, I don't play broken champions. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The champion's dumb strong. He does way too much damage.
Okay, it's not his damage that I'm concerned about. It's his heal is insane. So his like survivability during duels is ridiculous.
All of it's ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Champion's so dumb.
I think his ult's fine.
I think his
flip out
kit
on
is
that.
overloaded.
Yeah.
So you know what I
Yeah,
say
I
we
get it.
do? I say we take away what's broken, which is his like healing, and then we nerf all his damage just like we did to Akali. So we fix the broken thing, and then we take away the thing that wasn't the reason she was broken, and then just make her
Mhm.
garbage.
Wasn't
just hit her when she's
the
down,
reason
right?
she was broken?
Yeah, so they made it so that she's seeable under turrets.
Well, good.
But then they took the healing off of her Q too.
Oh,
They
good.
could have they didn't need to take it away. They could have
Yeah,
halved
they
it.
did.
No, they don't.
Eh.
Champion's so bad in
it's like,
lane.
It's a because like you had the healing from that, and then you had the healing from Gunblade. I'm just like,
The Yas
Okay,
player
that's-
talking
How much
about
more does she
overloaded
need?
kits who's complaining about Akali getting nerfed.
yeah.
I'm not really seeing it.
I didn't expect them to hit her hard in the same
I'm fine
nerf.
with her hitting her hard, but they hit her hard and then they hit her even harder for no apparent reason.
Okay, what's the cooldown on her Q? Isn't it like
It
two,
doesn't
3 seconds?
matter. You don't heal
It's
It
unless you
does
have
matter.
max stat. It doesn't heal unless you have max energy, dude.
I thought it was like 70% energy. It's like there's an orange
I
indicator
it
which is
needs
like
to be.
70.
I think it's 75.
Okay.
Whatever. I mean, still. I mean, the Q takes almost half your energy anyway.
Yeah,
You
then
dirtbag.
you just pop your shroud and just stay in there for
Okay,
a
and then your
while.
shroud's on a 20-second cooldown. What's your point? You're such a. I hate you all.
It's like I don't know. Like it's there's a lot of frustrating things about the shroud. Like the how quickly she disappears in it. You know, you can't even get auto attacks off unless you have a certain level of attack speed. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah, the window that she disappears in after like being like damage or
Here's the thing.
autoing, it's very tight.
I think
Yeah.
they could have fixed it in a really easy way. So I think make her completely targetable under turret. I think any champion that can survive under turret without taking damage, unless you have Ohm Wrecker, there's no point, right?
Sure.
That's overloaded. I think that once you attack from it or use an ability that's not your E, because your E can like, if you E in your shroud, you can then like E to wherever your shuriken lands in your shroud, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
I think leaving that there and not revealing you is fine. I think anything you do other than that, whether you auto, whether you Q, or you R, you should you should not be able to go invisible for like another like 2 to 3 seconds. And I
Okay.
think that fixes Shroud
I
without.
think that fixes it.
And then I'm fine with you taking away healing on the Q, but like I'm tired of Riot instantly gutting champions because it's like, oh my god, they finally landed on what was actually wrong with the champion, and then they went farther rather than to make the change and then see what happens before they make the other change.
Sure.
I mean, I think they do that with a lot of champions. It's just I don't know.
I'm just like mystified sometimes at like all of the adjustments and change like nerfs and patch notes. And I'm like, this is not the problem. This is not the problem. And then like before you know it, a champion does finally get the right thing changed, but then all these other stats are completely fucked. Like I
Yeah,
think
and they
a good
don't like
example,
counter.
and they don't fix that. I think like I even think Karma is like a really good example from like the Ardent Sensor meta like way back. It's just like
Karma
they
top,
they're
tank Karma top. Good
no,
God.
Karma in general like was like really strong, but it was mostly because of the Ardent Sensor meta, right? And they nerfed her and nerfed her and nerfed her and nerfed her, and they finally nerfed Ardent Sensor, and they never changed her back. And so she's like been kind of in the gutter ever since, and they didn't like fix all of those changes when the problem was Ardent Sensor, and everyone fucking knew it. You know, it's when it's just so obvious like that. And that's happened. I think that happened with Sejuani. I think that happened with honestly with Aurelia, with like them like adjusting. Oh, we're gonna put her strength in her auto attacks. Oh, we're gonna put her strength back in her abilities. Oh, we're gonna reduce her movement speed. And then now we're gonna take her disarm off her ult. It's like how many times like you overloaded the champion to begin with. Fair enough, but like the things they chip away at first, um, I don't know, don't make a lot of sense to me.
I'm sorry, Astro. Did you see what Immortal's saying?
Hmm.
Or Zilla? You see what he's saying? Immoral, the Immoral one was saying in Twitch chat how I feel like they didn't gut Akali with this change. My thing with Akali is that there's no hard counter to her, but she hard counters so many different champs, like almost all auto attacking champs. So last part I do agree because the shroud and then the heal and just it's just like she gets in and out like a fucking ninja. It's really annoying. But if I see in the Akali, I just run Galio. His taunt is always bigger than her shroud. Easiest fucking counter.
There are some hard counters like
Yeah,
and Galio to deal with Akali, but yeah, I think in general she hard counters a lot of champions. I
she
mean,
does.
I think even like control mages, um, Malzahar, Vel'Koz, Zillion, Xerath, like she just shits on them. 80 carries, she shits on them,
Mhm.
and it's pretty rough.
Mm.
I don't know. Everything in the game has counters. I don't
Yeah,
like.
we just gotta find the what's the hard Silas counter?
Ban it.
Ban the ban hammer.
That's a good question. I don't really know. Like AP bruisers in general, I don't think are that strong. I
I mean,
think
there's
an
also
80
not a lot
bruiser,
of them.
yeah, there's not a lot of them, but I think like a good scaling 80 bruiser like Aurelia or Fiora or Camille should be able to handle a Silas.
Yeah, so I got fucked in the ass twice by Silas Top, and it was they
Did
built
it did
like
it
they
did it start snowballing early or what?
no, it came after. Okay, the early duels before like level 6, easy. It was always in my favor, right? So I could get 1 or 2 kills, and then they rush Iceborne Gauntlet both times I played against it,
Sure.
and they just come up with insane dueling power because I don't have. Yeah, I have Conqueror, but I don't have Black Cleaver yet,
Okay.
and the duels would be insane because he would steal my alt, and then combine that with his W, which is out heal me. It was utterly insane. His sustain was like I couldn't believe it, and I was actually struggling mid. It only came towards late game when I could actually destroy him before he could like heal off or anything. I actually had to rush executioners because I was like I can't handle this healing. Like it was actually insane. So I've seen him play top. He usually just rushes like an Iceborne Gauntlet and then either a Lichbane uh, or what's that thing called? The Hex Tech. The one, what's the
Uh,
Protobelt? Protobelt.
Sure.
Yeah. This, I don't think it's bad. I like him as a champion. I don't think he's broken. It's just the healing. The healing needs to be looked at.
I don't like the ulti. I don't.
What?
I like the that's actually his alt is unique. I like it. I have no
It's
problems
unique,
with it.
but it takes
Unique is
away
not
from
the
the.
only selling point. Let's be honest.
No,
It's like
it's super strong. Its range is insane.
it depends on who's on your team.
I mean,
Like
it's not so much your team, it's who's on the other team. What
The,
ult can you steal?
yeah. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. Is like I've played what? Let's see. Um, like you don't know, you have like Bard and Vayne and stuff like that. It's like kind of like it's good, but it's not great, right? Yeah, if he steals like Zillion's ult or something, he can make a play. I honestly think like stealing Malphite's ult or something that's like simple but really impactful is probably the most powerful. But yeah, it does depend on what you have on your team.
It makes it so League's already like complex enough, right? You already have to worry about, you know, what cooldowns everyone has, what their ultis do, who your main target is, and it just adds like another thing that I don't want to have to think about is, well, what
You don't
happens
have to think about
what
it.
happens if he takes Nico's ulti? Then
It
we all
tells you
just
if he has
die.
Nico's ult.
Yeah, I know, but you can pull it in the middle of a fight.
It's pretty obvious when that happens.
Yeah, but if
is
you're
there
already
a
in the fight,
cooldown?
it's
Is there
not.
a cooldown from when he
There
steals it
is.
to when he can activate it?
Yes.
What is it? Is it
I
like
think it's
10
about a
seconds?
minute. I
No. From the moment he steals it to the moment he can use it. Can he use it right away?
I think
I
there's
think
like a
so.
second or two on it. I don't think it's
It's
instant.
it's not
But
instant, but it's close.
I don't know. I think just like everyone has issues with Zoe picking up actives and summoner spells, and I think it's the same way. I think it's just
Okay,
it's
I,
unfun.
I wouldn't compare. Zoe, that's a whole different fucking road. I
That is
hate
a
that
whole
champion.
different road. The fact that the summoner spells are littered like trash on the map that she can just go along and pick up is like completely different to champions that have to move around. That Silas actually has to get within range to steal their ults. Um, yeah, her being able to pick up a flash after you flashed away and in a sense get another flash on top of that to keep chasing you is super fucked. That's different.
I mean, it's definitely different, and they're two different circumstances, but I think both of them are unfun to play against. I think a
Um,
champion that takes away from what like other champions do in the sense of like Mimic is like unfun, especially when it's like Mimic to the T.
I found it really interesting, especially as Zillion. Like, I think I have an objectively great ult to steal. And I've seen Silas steal the ult from me, come in and die, right? But then, like, he didn't factor in that the rest of my kit can actually totally handle that scenario. Where I can just throw a double bomb on him, and when he revives, he's instantly stunned and killed again. I think there are things that he is good against, but like it requires just as much thinking and strategy for him as it does for us to react to what ult he steals. Like you have to be very creative and clever.
there's a bunch of alts
use
that
what
it's just shit for him to steal. Like
Yeah,
Alawi alt is shit. Udyr, Nidalee, Jace. Like it's not really impactful.
Yeah, but it's not
Ivern.
like you're gonna have. Okay, I guess you can't say you'll never have it, but it's not like you're gonna every game have Alawi, Nidalee, and Jace on your team to where he can only steal two ultis, and both of them your bottom laner, and one of them's
That's
Ezreal
what you
ulti,
think.
and the other one's Karma ulti. It's like there's very few games where there isn't gonna be an ulti that he takes that's like severely impactful.
I wonder if I think if I was playing Alawi and I play against him, and he steals my ult, he activate it. Will I be able to take over his tentacles? Because he can't activate tentacles again. It only pops the ulti, which is like useless. So I wonder if I can take his tentacles.
You can't take his tentacles; they're registered as enemy tentacles to you. It's like when you play mirror matchup Alawi in normal games. It's not like all the tentacles hit whoever uses W. I don't even know if
He
does the
does.
ult.
He does spawn it. It spawn really? I'm pretty sure
I'm
I saw
pretty
the
sure it
video where
doesn't.
he pops the tentacles, but it doesn't slam because
I'm
he
pretty
can't
sure it
activate it
doesn't.
again.
I don't know. I don't like the champion. I think it needs to be shelved.
Hmm.
I mean, part of it's its numbers, and I just don't think the ulti is a fun gameplay mechanic.
I think you're crazy.
Dude,
I
what?
mean,
I think the ulti thing is so sick.
I
it's
don't
fine,
think the
dude.
ulti is fun.
It's fine,
What?
dude. I'll be on this one man end of the stick, alright? It's cool.
Jesus, a stick in the mud.
Alright, so we gotta figure out something that we like that Taiko doesn't like so we can flame him for it.
Fair enough.
Would you like if top laners were just wards instead of having any carry potential?
Yes, I would. I would like if they were
Because
just
none of
wards.
my top laners can play against Darius.
Yeah,
So
they
if the
Ah.
Darius just couldn't win, I'd win a lot more games.
Dude,
What if
Darius
towers
is-
were just indestructible top? It was kind of like Nexus, where they were just
It's just
top
1v1
tower
lane.
just sat there.
What if
Yeah.
the top laners had no impact on the game?
Sounds great. Let's go back to tank meta where Maokai does nothing top lane for 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's still on fun because then I still can't kill him late game. I mean, if he just stays up there, that's fine, but I don't.
Yeah, but
I
he'll
don't
be
wanna
like a
see
tree.
him.
He'll actually be rooted to the ground.
Sounds good. And then Malphite doesn't get to leave Fountain because he's a
'Cause
rock.
He's a rock. Yeah.
Alright, I'm good with that.
Well, who knows? We might go into tank meta when they remove Conqueror.
I mean, they're gonna replace it with another like fervor battle thing, supposedly.
Are they really? Where'd you guys see
Supposedly,
this?
I saw
That
a
was-
tweet about them looking into things
That's
for it.
wonderful. Fur battle was fine.
Yeah, no.
I want Warlord's Bloodlust, so I have another good rune to take on Yasuo. Where critting gives me heals.
Well,
That's some
oh
good
my god,
shit.
that was the. I thought they changed that eventually, where it was just like healing, not off crits. Just
I think crits
it was
gave
like a
you.
fleet.
It was kind of like a flea. I think crit gave you increased healing. I don't know. It was broken and I want it back. That was back when you played like Bruiser Yasuo top with like Mallet and PD and that was fun. Those were really good days when I used to actually win on Yasuo. I don't win often.
Maybe if you play Broken Champions, you might get some wins.
I'm trying. I play LeBlanc and Yasuo. What more do
Don't
you want
encourage
from
him.
me?
Yeah.
Akali's trash now. She's probably not trash.
She's not trash.
I
It
just can't play her. I just suck.
I think that's the case with a lot of folks. I think she's hard to play.
Yeah.
So let's see.
else
Astros
is-
has been making these super sweet overlays for the stream.
Yeah,
You
I hope you
guys-
guys enjoy it. I got the little big googly eyes.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance, you should totally check this out because we don't have cameras today, but we have these.
I mean, I
Excellent
feel like these
overlays.
are better than cameras, to be honest.
Yeah,
They're a
pretty
lot
like-
more fun. I don't have to worry about doing my hair.
I am so adorable. I can't even get over it. It's great.
You know what else is adorable?
What?
The poros that one of our community members make. That was a professional snippet, by the way.
What was
Uh,
done? Yeah.
Gotta put that plug in. You gotta put the plug in the podcast.
Hey, man.
Hey, tell me about these poros, Astros.
Oh,
Where did you get these polos
thanks
from?
for asking. So if you guys go to the Etsy and you look up League figures, you'll find a place based out of Los Angeles, California. They make like little custom-made poros, and they're molded. You know, you got a bunch of different options. You got Akali, Kaisa, Evelynn, Thresh. There's a Yasuo one. So all the good champions, you know, you can pick them up.
Timo's on there too. So yeah.
Oh, yikes. No top laners, so that's a good thing.
What the hell?
No, you guys should
Wow, these.
definitely check them out.
Yeah, guys,
Real,
definitely check
real
them out.
cool poros. Support some of the LOLA community
Support the
members.
Lola family.
Yeah, we don't.
Speaking of the Lola family,
I just
though,
gotta hold on. I gotta put this out there.
Yeah.
We don't make any money off of this. All right, so this isn't like a plug to like make us money. This is just us, you know, helping spread some cool League of Legends gear.
Custom made.
All right.
What else you got, still?
Oh, yeah. Just segue to like League of Legends, the Lola family, if you will. Yeah. So we wanted to thank our Patreons because they actually helped out quite a bit this month. We're actually able to, with Patreon money, be able to get Ponderous and was it
It was
Brad
Brad.
as well?
Brad.
Yeah. Brad also got new mics, so
And I got
they
a
won't
webcam.
sound like shit as much. Oh, and we'll be able to see Astros. I'm not sure how good that is, but
Hey, we've seen me before, all right?
have we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a
don't remember.
webcam. It's just at another computer, and I don't feel like going there on Thursdays because I'm there on Fridays. It's too far.
Okay.
It's like 10 minutes away, 15. It's crazy.
Well, special thanks to the Patreons for helping us do that.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
You guys have been killing the game.
And speaking of audio quality, I know the last episode there were some hiccups there with an echo, if you will. Not the champion in the game. So yeah, sorry about that. We're getting those things worked out. I think they want to not have me do anything technological with the podcast.
That's why. That's why
That's
I'm
why
here.
Astros is hosting this evening, at least on with
It's too
the
much.
stream.
So much
So,
work.
I know.
I don't get
I know.
paid enough to do this.
I'm bad at computers. Don't understand. So anyway, thanks for bearing with us with that, guys. We'll
Mhm.
make sure that doesn't happen in the future.
Um,
Anyway, I don't
think
think there's
that-
any more announcements, so that's all I got, y'all. Anything else?
no. Everyone enjoy your placements because it's gonna be a shit show.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
I believe in every one of you.
I got one
You'll
more
do
thing.
great.
I've made this announcement when the ranked season started. If any of you match against me in ranked and you don't let me win, you're banned from the Discord permanently.
Toxic.
I'm out here trying. You know, Ponderous told me I need to get good and hit diamond, and like I'm not gonna do it without some help. Can we get a
Come on,
hashtag
guys.
Astros to diamond?
Hashtag Astros to
Can we
diamond.
just start
All right,
this?
let's do that. Hashtag
The
Astros.
Lola army needs to boost me for free.
Together, guys, we can get Astros to diamond. Together, he can beat Ponderous.
One more thing, since we're on the topic of Ponderous, he is doing a all rolls to diamond on his stream.
That's right. Yeah.
And it will be uploaded to the YouTube, I believe is the plan. I'm guessing
Mhm.
there'll be like episodes weekly or something. I don't know how they plan on doing that. But it's twitch.tv/ponderoussealion. He posts it in Discord when he goes live, but he doesn't at anyone. So if you guys are interested in watching him play other stuff besides Tryndamere and like just drilling on himself, you can see him in his main rank, which is low silver. Blake, we kicked him off. Bye, Blake.
Sorry, Blake.
Danger.
Going
I haven't
ranks,
heard from
scrubs.
Danger. I miss Danger.
Yeah, I wonder how he did in his placements. So
Let's op.ggm real quick. We'll
actually,
get
that's a great idea. Let's fucking roast him right now.
Actually, one other thing that I've
Penguin.
noticed. I
He's
think we
gold
picked
1.
up.
Okay.
He's
So
higher
is-
ranked than me.
What?
He's got 2
Oh,
LP more than me.
wait, how much LP?
He's got
That
16
bitch.
LP. I got 14.
Oh, then I'm higher than both of you.
Tycho, shut
Wow.
up. No one likes you, dude. You literally duo Q. You literally admitted to duo Q abusing, alright? You're instantly irrelevant.
You know, it just do be like that.
He went 6 and 2 in his placements too.
Damn.
I'm so proud of him.
Wow. He's actually not proud of him, guys.
I
I hope
am.
you know that.
We're gonna do it this season. Me and Danger's taking me up through plat, and then I'm gonna abandon him when I hit diamond. I'll make.
What else is there? Oh, one more thing.
Oh
I've
my
noticed that we've
gosh.
got a couple. No, I've noticed we got a couple new guys in Discord, which is really great. So if you guys are listening, like, don't be afraid to like message any of us. Like all the podcasters, we all check the Discord like a couple times a day.
Not me.
Except Zill has a life. You know, he has to do stuff.
I'm in and out of
Yeah.
reality.
I'm at work
Um,
and I do nothing, so I just sit in Discord, and there's been no one to talk to. It's real sad.
Yeah. So if you guys like know people, bring them to Discord, or you guys new to Discord have questions, want to take lessons on how to climb or int with Astros, you know, just hit us up.
Climb
We're
or
always
int
here.
with Astros. That sounds like a show I want to watch.
It's a real coin flip, you know. So
Ooh.
we'll start your rank game and we'll flip a coin every time we get in, and it's like, am I running it down or am I running it down with my team on my back?
Harvey
Ooh.
Astros Two-Face. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a Twitch series. It's gonna be Astros to Diamond, and we're gonna be Ponderous.
It's gonna be better than the PewDiePie T series thing.
I mean, it's the only real matchup that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Which Rager Salty League player can hit Diamond first this season? I don't think he stands a chance. That's why I started my account in gold. I'll give him the head start. And I switched roles to make it a little easier on him. You guys just want to roast people for like 10 minutes?
Well, OPGGs?
Who else can we
Or we
roast?
just-
What other community member can we roast? Yo, guys, Tagand is still alive. Did you
Where
know
is
that?
No, I
He's
didn't.
He's just old. He's just really old.
Yeah.
I'm
Gotta
so-
watch the smell, but he's still around.
I love Tag. I haven't talked to him in a while.
I just talked to him. He's doing good. Some roast this is.
Ponderous Sea Lion's on his main. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Should we shoutcast? Oh, he's creating a normal game. What?
Oh no.
He's waiting for us.
This is what happens when Ponderous
to play with
falls
us.
off. He plays
We should
normal
stop
games.
the podcast and go play.
All right, we're gonna have to cut like 20 minutes
Yeah.
of just rambling, but
Nah, we're gonna keep it. I like it.
Okay.
it's,
We hit the hour mark.
yeah,
All right, everybody.
Well, it was a lot of fun, guys. Zill.
Well, good
Send us.
evening, everyone.
Oh, come on, you can do better than that.
I don't know, man. I don't have a sign off.
It's your boy, the best Yas player in Gold 1. 60% win rate. He's pretty nutty. The only one here that matters.
Nutty like Nutter Butter?
For a brother.
Like Tycho Tumpard?
All right, just get your
All right.
garbage
Cutting it
name
off.
out of here.
Let's end this. Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
guys.